Welcome to episode 95 of Get Struck Tuesdays. This is Kristopher Collins, the creative archetype, creator of Oaksiders, Streetwear Fam, and O2 Artistry. And I'm back at it with another mixed media painting on 24 by 18 inch watercolor paper. I'm using watercolor paint and Posca markers as usual. It just feels too good to stray. In this piece, I do something I like to do sometimes, and that's me including characters I do not own in any way, villains who might not be all that evil, but in this case, I would say he is. Almost of a demonic presence brought on by some type of drugs that Norman Osborn was using to develop superhuman strength. I guess he didn't know the side effect was terrifying madness. I would love to say that everyone deserves love, but do they? I mean, I'm asking. But I will say, make sure you know for sure who you're dealing with. People will say one thing and they'll back it up physically, but that doesn't mean they'll stay true to that forever. I know this is off topic slightly, but one thing I noticed is that Green Goblin wears a do-rag. How did I not notice this? I mean, I've seen it basically my entire life, but it is literally a do-rag. I'm geeking. I'm not sure why. I've always liked villainous types of characters, but there's levels to it. I mean, are they cool? Are they a bad guy or straight up evil? One thing we don't always get to see is the motivation of the villain. What made them turn? You see a lot of antagonists that get humanized by having their backstories developed, and we see why they turn bad. Sometimes the reasoning makes sense, and we side with the villain because we can empathize with them and why they seek revenge. But then you have a character like Green Goblin, and from what I understand, he doesn't really have a good reason. He's just crazy and hell-bent on destroying Spider-Man at all costs because he's a threat to him and his money and his power. Green Goblin is a crime lord, and Spidey messing with his money. You know what I mean? Back at it. Episode 95. I told y'all we're gonna be at 100 before you know it. Episode 95, another villain-esque type piece this week. And this time we got Green Goblin. If you haven't recognized already, I do love villains almost just as much as the good guys. In some case, a lot more than some of the good guys. Like, I really just want to speak to the fact that, like, even the quote-unquote villain, and we'll get back to that in a second, but, like, even the quote-unquote villain deserves to be loved, right? I mean, am I wrong? But when I say quote-unquote villain, I mean, you know, in this world, IRL, the only reason why we know people are villains is because people have told us that they're villains, all right? Now, yeah, granted, there's some people out here who you know they're the villain because they did some villainous type of shit. Well, most of the time, there's somebody on the news or somebody over here who's letting us know who the villain is. You gotta be careful about that, because then it makes you wonder, like, what is a villain? Like, what actually is a villain? Is it a bad person that did something terrible? Or is it someone who is being accused of being a villain? Gotta think about it. But yeah, we're rocking, man. Summer is about to start. It's starting to get hot outside, like for real, and I think it's gonna stay that way. But you never know, man. It's Virginia, and it could be, you know, back to 50-degree weather next week. But yeah, I think it's gonna get hot, and it should be a very interesting summer. It's definitely gonna be one of those summers that go down in the memory books for me. In the memory books, of course. The memory books. And you know, just because I've been at this point in my life where I've had to rebuild, you know, and get back to a place where it's comfortable. Now it's time to put the work in. Put the work in and become that artist that I always wanted to be. Now's the time. So this summer is when I'm gonna kick it off and start it all off. So hope you guys are gonna be here with me to take this ride with me. And I hope you like the artwork. Please continue watching. And if you haven't watched any of the old episodes, I definitely encourage you to go back and watch them from episode 1 all the way to 100. Thank you for the support. Shouts to everybody watching. Share it with your friends and family. Share it with the art lovers. Share it with the art collectors. Peace. This week's art has me making a statement about love. While I do believe some villains actually desire love, some of them, like Green Goblin, do not. Green Goblin killed Gwen Stacy in The Amazing Spider-Man number 121 just to break Peter Parker's spirit. He sets out to use love to destroy an innocent person in a physical sense and his arch enemy, Spider-Man, mentally. Some of us seek love while others use love as a tool to destroy. Love conquers all, but when you use love in an evil way, love conquers all. We never really know what side we'll be on when it comes to love. It's tricky. You're really just rolling the dice, hoping for the best, holding our breath, wondering if and when we'll be lucky enough to hit. Let's say we do. How many times can we do it until our luck runs out?